What it do, YouTube? It's the OG Mr. Munt. Back at y'all with another video. It's Monday morning. Couple of days after the Tszyu, Tony Harrison fight. I just wanted to talk a few minutes about, you know, what's next for Tszyu, and you know, my thoughts on what I think Tony Harrison should do. First of all, I'm starting with Tony. You know, I don't want to take away from Tim's victory. You know, he did what he was supposed to do, and he got a very impressive win, in my opinion. But Tony Harrison, I think it's time for you to hang it up, buddy. You don't have that same spring in your step, and you know, I don't want to see you get hurt. You look bad getting your head flopped around like that when you got hurt. You know, your punch resistance isn't up to par. You know, and you know, like your brother said, your brother did live, and he said that, you know, even though you have the ring IQ, you know, your body just doesn't respond. So you know, I hate to see you get hurt, like I said. So I just think it's time for you to go ahead and retire as a boxer, and continue your career as a boxing coach. You got an undisputed champ and Alicia Baumgardner, and you know, you're one of the reasons why she's where she's at. So, you know, your career in boxing can continue. Just, you know, I just think it's, in my opinion, you know, I think you do better continuing as a boxing coach. You know, leave all the actual boxing to the younger guys, you know. But anyway, as far as Tszyu, again, Tim, very, very, very patient fighter, very strong fighter. Fundamentals are okay. He hadn't seen a jab that he don't like, because Tony hit him with the jab whenever he got ready, but that's all Tony was hitting him with, was a jab. Tony didn't have anything else to hit Tszyu with, and the jab just wasn't doing it, because Tim was hitting Tony with big power shots, cleaner shots. But you know, like I say, Tszyu is a, you know, he's better than I thought he was. He's a decent fighter. He's a decent fighter. Now, we all know what's next for Tszyu. We got a fighter by the name of Jermell Charlo. He's night and day from Tony Harrison. Very, very, very athletic. Don't get tired. Very powerful. And he got one of the best coaches in the game, in Derek James. So Tim is going to have his hands full. Because, in my opinion, Tszyu is just a slightly bigger version of Brian Castano. I think Brian Castano is faster than Tszyu, but I just think Tszyu got more power than Brian Castano. Yeah, Tim got some power. He definitely got some power because he sits down on his shots. But Jermell Charlo is used to that style that Tszyu fights. Tszyu do anything extraordinary. You know, he comes forward, basic high guard. You know, Jermell Charlo has a phenomenal jab when he uses it. He can jab on the move. He can jab standing right there in front of you. You know, that one of the things that I saw with Tony Harrison was Tony Harrison, like always, he gassed out. He gassed out. He was tired. He looked exhausted to me in the corner by at the end of round 6. You know, he was, you know, and Tim has that constant pressure. Tszyu has a constant pressure. It's that type of pressure that if you ain't got your cardio together, it'll drain you. And that's just what Tim did. Now, like I said, Brian Castano has the same style. Very good at cutting the ring. Jermell Charlo done seen it. The last couple of fights, he done seen it. So, if you Tszyu may need to add a few more wrinkles to his game, because Jermell Charlo is night and day from Tony Harrison. And then on top of that, Jermell Charlo has tremendous power. Backing Jermell Charlo up onto the ropes and firing off shots is dangerous. It's dangerous for you. It's a setup, like I say all the time. If Jermell Charlo go to the ropes and he lay on the ropes, it's a setup. So Tszyu need to be leery of that. You know, just walking in on Jermell Charlo, you know, unloading just because Jermell Charlo's back touches the rope. But I mean, the thing about it is Jermell Charlo can move for 12 rounds if he wants to. For 12 rounds, he can move. So, you know, like I said, I don't want to take away from Tim's victory over Tony Harrison. I think he did a phenomenal job. But it's definitely an uphill battle. It's gonna be an uphill battle when you face Jermell Charlo. He's everything that Tony Harrison not, and he can do a whole lot more stuff than Tony Harrison. Now, don't get me wrong, Tony Harrison is at one point was a phenomenal fighter, and he still has the ring IQ. His body just doesn't react. But Jermell Charlo is probably one of the most athletic fighters in boxing. Hands down. He got to be, in my opinion, one of the most athletic, probably top 3. You know, the guy's always in phenomenal shape. So just regular pressure is not going to really help you against Jermell Charlo. You're gonna have to land something big on Jermell Charlo. You're gonna have to hurt Jermell Charlo, and I ain't never really seen him hurt. They tried to say he was hurt against Castano. I don't think he was hurt. I think Castano hit him with some good shots, and just like he always does, he ducks down and starts ducking down and using a bunch of upper body movement. It makes it think he might possibly be hurt, but I don't think he was ever hurt. And I've seen him get hit flush with some big shots. So you know, like I said, Tszyu is gonna have his hands full against Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is very, very, very confident. You know, he's the king of the division. So, you know, Tszyu, all I can tell you is, you know, you definitely better be ready. You definitely got to be ready against Jermell Charlo, because Jermell Charlo is going to give you everything you asking for and more. But you know, again, shout out to Tszyu for his victory over Tony Harrison. You know, I underestimated Tszyu. I didn't think he was as good as he is. He's good. But you know, you got Jermell Charlo, the king of the division, next. But you guys tell me what you think down in the comment section. It's the OG Mr. Mont. Salute to the mighty LDBC, and I'm out.